Hi and welcome to my channel. In today's video we will be covering Checkpoint Remote Access VPN. This solution provides secure connectivity for remote users, allowing them to access corporate resources over the internet. We will take a look at both SSL VPN and IPsec VPN technologies, explaining how they work and how you can configure them to ensure secure remote access for your users. So let's get started. So first we need to create a template, a user template. So go to new here, more, and then user and identity, and then user template. So what is this user template? In Checkpoint, local user templates are a feature used to simplify and standardize the creation of multiple users in Smart Console by defining shared attributes and permissions. So all these attributes are shared among the users in this template. So let's call this RA template, for example. And let's go to groups and create a new group of users here. And let's go there in user groups. Call this RA group. The group in Checkpoint Remote Access, a group is a user group configured to control the VPN access and apply specific policies for remote users. It allows administrators to define which users can connect remotely and what resources they can access through the VPN. Now let's click OK here. Let's choose the authentication method here, and this will be Checkpoint password. And we need to create a user, so let's click OK for now. And here again, more, user identity and user, and we can choose our template here. Click OK. Let's call this RA user and choose the authentication to be set to what password. Okay, and groups we add to the group and we click OK. So now we have created a template, a group of users and a user. So now we need to create an access role. In Checkpoint, an access role is a security feature that allows administrators to define policies based on user identity and group membership rather than just IP addresses. Access roles combine user and machine identity for precise and dynamic access control, making them highly effective in environments with identity awareness enabled. So same here, more, user, and we create access role. So RA role, for example, and users, we specific user, and we add the group that we have created here, and we click OK. Now we need to enable the identity awareness. The Checkpoint Identity Awareness integrates with the Remote Access VPN to provide user-based access controls and granular security policies. With Identity Awareness, you can define rules based on user identity rather than just IP address, ensuring secure and personalized access for remote users. So if we come here to our gateway, we will use this gateway to test this. So double click on this gateway, and here we can see the displayed identity awareness. Check this and this screen will show up. We don't need to activate any of these for the sake of this video, so let's take cancel here and back to identity awareness and check this remote access. and click OK. And let's install the policy. Publish and install for now. This one. Okay. So our policy is now installed. So let's double click again our gateway. And now we can choose VPN clients here. Okay, here these are the ways that we are going to use our VPN. But we are going to use only endpoint security VPN, so we don't need to have these, the secure remote and the checkpoint mobile for Windows. So uncheck this. And we can click on this plus here and go to office mode. So the VPN clients, the checkpoint remote access client is a solution for that allows users to securely connect to their corporate networks from any location. It provides seamless access to internal resources through an encrypted VPN tunnel. So now let's take a look at office mode. The office mode in Checkpoint feature is a feature for remote access VPNs that assigns an IP address, and this is very important here. So this office mode assigns an IP address to remote clients from a dedicated pool. This ensures proper routing and access control for remote users, as their traffic appears to originate from an internal IP address, making it easier to apply security policies and access control rules. So here we can allow office mode first, and here we can see using one of the following. So we can use a manual IP pool. Here we can choose any pool, so we can create any network here, create any network you want and add it here, and this network will be used for the remote users. Or you can use a DHCP server. So in this case we can use, for example, let's take this one, Office 16.1.0. So this network will be used to, these IP addresses will be used by the clients. And here under remote access, we need to allow VPN clients to route traffic through this gateway and support visitor mode. So this allow VPN clients to route traffic through this gateway option must be enabled if we want to prevent the use of split tunnel on clients' PCs. Further modifications are needed in global properties. I will show you in more detail. The visitor mode is designed to enable connectivity for clients in restrictive environments. If you are connected to a public or private Wi-Fi network that only allows HTTP and HTTPS traffic and blocks internet key exchange, which is very important in this case, or IPsec, TCP tunneling is used to encapsulate all traffic on port 443. So now let's click OK here and go to global properties here and enable this ICMP requests. This will be helpful for various tests we will conduct once remote access is set up. Let's check now remote access here. So this should be checked, encrypt DNS traffic, and enable back connections from gateway to client. Enabling back connection will allow connections to the VPN client from behind the gateway or cluster. If DNS traffic is not encrypted, and this is about this encrypt DNS, if the traffic is not encrypted, you will need to either refer to corporate resources by IP addresses, maintain local hosts, files, or remote clients, or serve private IPs from your public DNS server. So let's take a look here. And we need to endpoint connect. Here we need to route all traffic to to the gateway. So yes, check this one. And we need to configure this one, network location awareness. So if your user is connecting to the network from home and someday they are coming to the office, so the gateway needs to stop. So let's take yes here and click on configure. So the client connects to the gateway through one of its internal interfaces. So if it's internal interface, so it should stop the VPN connection. So let's click OK here. Now we click OK here and we install the policy. So install, publish. Install this policy, install. Now let's create a VPN community for the remote access. So in Checkpoint, we have only one community, so we can't have more than one community for remote access. So this is the default one, and this one should be used. So double click it, we add our gateway here, this one, and here we add our users or a group and click OK. Now let's add a policy here above. So the source is our RA access role, which includes our users. Destination, let's take any here, VPN. So right click and choose our remote access. Here we can service any, accept, and log. And let's install the policy again. We are almost done here. Not this one, this one. Install. Okay, now let's grab let's take a look at this SK where you can download the client. So this SK is 11.75.36. Going down, and this is the recommended version, this E8832. So let's download the remote access client. Download. Yes, this is done. Let's install that. Yes. Next, choose endpoint security VPN. Next, and install. And finish. So let's take a look at this very simple topology here. It is a user sitting at home using the internet to get to the firewall, and behind the firewall there's a server of any kind. So our VPN is something like this, a line from your PC inside the internet to your firewall, to the company's firewall, and this is a tunnel, an encrypted tunnel. So this PC will send information or data to this firewall, and this firewall will route the data to the server and back forth. So this is very easy, simple to understand what is happening here. So now let's continue install. So now let's try to see, show client. So this is our client, and now it says disconnected. So let's click here once and click on connect. No site is configured, so we'd like to create one. Yes. So next. Okay, here we need to add the IP address of the external IP address of the external interface. So back to the back here, we can see that our IP address is this one, but in production this IP should be an external interface, so public IP. So let's add this IP address to our 286.10 like this, and click next. Please select your VPN default. So here, back there, let's do a test before we connect. So let's check what other networks do we have. So this network, we have this interface, so 172.22.2.1. Let's try to ping this from this PC. So let's try to ping 22.2.1, click 2, let it continue, and we can't reach that, as we can see. So let's now connect. Next, user and password. Cycle successfully. Finish. Would you like to connect? Yes. So now our user is RA user, if I remind correct. And let's add the password and try to connect. Wrong password. Okay, let's be sure that our user is RA user. Okay, it's authentication. It is RA user. Okay, let's try again with user like this. Connect. Now we are connecting, as you can see here. So connection succeeded. And now if we look here, we can see directly that we can ping that interface. And now what we can also see is on the control panel here, if we go there and network, so you can see here this network here. What IP do we have? Not like this. Let's try from here, IP config. I only need to show the IP address. Okay, this one. So look, we have now on our PC a virtual Ethernet adapter, this one, with the IP address of 172.16.11. And this IP is coming as we configured from, so if we double click here, as we did in office mode, from this subnet. So any subnet you add here, it will be used to on the remote PC to create a virtual Ethernet interface and share an IP address from this subnet. And again, so now if we test again here, ping this one. Okay, so let's disconnect here. Disconnect, yes, and directly you can see that we lose the connection. Let's connect again and check the logs on virtual adapter. Okay, let's check some logs here. Okay, 22.16.11. You can see that it is decrypted here. We can see a login here. So this is net awareness logout. Okay, log. As you can see, all the traffic has been sending here. So it's the same as if we look here again on the, if we look on start topology, for example, here the VPN routing, what we are doing now is exactly the same as this, to center or through the center to other satellites, or so all traffic from our remote PC is being sending to our gateway. So this done is here. This video is done here. So thank you for watching and see you in the next video.